The Mid Devon Show returned after last year's washout with an explosive day out for all the family. Knightshayes Estate once again hosted the crowd-pulling event, which is now in its 31st year, with organisers hoping to recoup the £30,000 lost last year when people stayed away due to the heavy downpours.
Yeah, it's a relief really, because we put so much hard work in throughout the 12 months, and you know, I'm the only person really that's paid with the show, and everybody else is volunteering. That's 250 people that put on this show volunteering, and it's just a recognition with all their hard work.
Just what has been your take on today's event?
Well, weather and busy. It's really good. It's a real injection for the show, because as everyone will know, last year it was wet, and we lost £30,000 last year, so we've had to try and claw that back this year, which hopefully we have, and then with the cost of everything else, so hopefully busy show thanks to the support of everybody coming. It means that we hopefully will be able to carry on for another year.
The event aimed not just to celebrate the region's best agriculture, with dozens of pigs, sheep, cattle and more on display, but also acts as a way to inform about where our food comes from, as well as bringing the community together.
I want this to be a community show. My committee that I chair are really hard working. They want it to be a community show. We're proud to call us a town and country show, so we've got the best of both here, and everybody's seeing here and have a wonderful time. I have to say, for me, the standout thing this year is, personally, I love the tortoises, the giant tortoises. But saying that, the stunt team from Stanage, the traders, the farmers, the livestock, you know, we try to bring something new to the show every year, and with our show organiser Colin at the helm and Rose as the show director, you know, what a wonderful team we've got.
And I think it's a great day. The ideal weather for it. You know, it's not too hot. It's certainly not raining like it did last year. And I think it's a very popular event, which is reflected by the number of people that's here.
I was just going to say, I mean, after the back of last year's rain and such, this is just what was needed, isn't it?
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's really nice to see so many people out enjoying the countryside. And I've been up around the animals. I was quite staggered by the number of animals that's up there. Hundreds of animals up there. And I was going to be up there just for an hour. Instead of that, I was there about 3 hours, you know, and taking up quite a bit of the day. But really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Entertainment was in abundance, with local organisations such as the Tiverton Junior and Amateur Operatic Society singing songs from their upcoming shows, as well as the Tiverton Signpost providing a show-stopping dance routine. Over in the main ring there were displays from the region's biggest livestock beasts and cuddly goats. Entertainment also came from the Parade of Hounds, with children racing against them. And of course, this year's headline act, Stanage Stunt Display Team, who wowed with their impressive and dangerous displays.
I love coming around these areas. You know, like we've been doing shows as Stanage Stunt Team for like 20 years. You know, my dad started the whole thing when he was a kid, so I have actually been on the road all my life. You know, nearly 30 years now. So coming around these areas, I love it. You know, the crowds are really cool, and it's so nice to be back.
What do you hope people watching take away from today's show?
Do you know what? Just any kind of happiness, smile on people's faces just makes me happy and makes me feel like I've done a job well done kind of thing. Yeah.
Anyone who missed it today, are you going to be back in the region anytime soon?
I would love to be back. I mean, we've just had loads of nice comments off our public and the organisers too, so hopefully, fingers crossed, next year or the year after be absolutely spot on.
Around the ground there were more to see, from the mouth-watering delights and ciders in the food hall to displays from organisations across Mid Devon. One stall hoping for a successful show was this year's chosen charity, Cury.
They've given us all this amazing space to use. The opportunities that they've given us have been great. They held a quiz night for us, which went really, really well. And they've just been a really great bunch of people to work with, connecting us in with lots of local businesses. And it's just an amazing opportunity to not only raise funds for Marie Curie, but also to raise our profile and show people really what we do, what we're about, and the support that is available to people in and around Mid Devon.
People visiting the store today, what do you hope they take away from their visit?
I hope they take away a bit of cheeriness. Obviously, we're an end-of-life charity, and that is a difficult and sensitive subject topic. But I think that we're also about joy and fun and happiness, and I think that's what we're trying to blend today, is having a really good time. We've got face painting, we've got our spin the wheel game, but we also have got a lot of information. We've got our support line number that people can use to reach out to. We really hope to be able to have conversations with people and let them know just what we do, and where they can get help and support from if they need it.
So another successful day out for Mid Devon, and there's very little rest for the organisers and volunteers, as there's only another 12 months before we get to do it all over again. Lewis Clark, Devon Live, Tiverton.